Hey guys, I haven't done a recording in a little while. Tomorrow's my day off, so let's chat. I want to do this video. I think I mentioned this a while back, but I want to get into detail. It's a forum out there, Law Enforcement Today, and they talk a lot about cop killers, low profile cop killers. There's a lady that killed a policeman back in the day. She was a Black Panther, something to do with the Black Panther. I think it was Tupac's aunt or something. She killed a policeman. She fled overseas to Cuba. And there's been some other people like that have killed cops. And these policemen want to go back retroactively and throw the book at these people, lock them away. And I remember the video I did before, I talked about how aren't they overlooking just what was going on back then? Aren't you overlooking what was done to black people? And like that black people really had a reason to protest. And then when they talk about the Black Panthers, I notice they always downgrade the after school. They always downgrade the fact that they fed everybody in the community. They always downgrade those things. You notice that? They downgrade all of that. All they talk about is the armed wing of it. Whereas you're living in a violent society. You're living in a society that's been at war with the poor for almost, 30, 40 years now. It's called the drug war. Mandatory minimums, drug task forces, anybody? You know, you're living in a country that's been at war for almost 200 and something. This man's always been at war with somebody. He's always at war. He's always searching the world for monsters. But yet, water in Flint is poison. Water in Newark is poison. How many other major water systems out here are poison? Bridges falling into the water. These roads out here turn into crap. But they can go spend trillions of dollars in a desert that most Americans can't find on a map. That's okay. That's okay, right? You're having these vets killing themselves all over the place. That's okay. That's all okay. You know, I respect. Listen to this guy earlier who was talking about Tulsi Gabbard was doing these discussions about what I'm talking about now on Fox News and how the fact she's a veteran kind of co-opts them. They can't call her, oh, you're unpatriotic, you're a commie, because she actually fought. And I get that. And I think that's disgusting that you have to actually fight in the military to talk about politics, to talk about neoliberal policy and neo-colonialism. But you know, I get it. He's looking at it from the big picture. Like Pac-Man, all those guys are looking at it from the big picture. I get it. Shouldn't be that way. Shouldn't be that way. I don't hate the veterans, but at one time that was my response. Well, you know, why are you guys? You guys are talking about Fred Hampton and all that, but you're really ignoring the reality of those times. And I said that because at that time, I was trying to reason with the Caucasian in that, why doesn't he understand that was a different time? I'm done with that. I'm done with that. You know my response today to a white man that says that? Okay, you want to make things right? Get me a warrant for the woman that had Emmett Till killed. Give me a capias. I'll serve it. Give me a warrant. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You do, trust me. You do not want to open up the history book on white people who have gotten blacks killed and white people that have organized massacres. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Because you know what? There's blacks out here right now that have served those warrants. Oh yeah. And you won't have to pay us neither. Let me get my gun. Let me get my stuff from home. Give me 10 minutes. I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the magistrate's office. You don't want to do that. One thing I've learned, I was talking to everybody about this, Harriet Tubman movie where they had Julia Roberts was going to star as Harriet Tubman. And I mentioned it that they tell you to forget about slavery. Stop talking about slavery. I'm talking about it. That black people need it as an excuse. But then they make a movie about. My dad sent me something. I'm sorry, it took me off. They make a movie about what was done to black people. And then they want to have a white woman star as the person brought us to freedom. That's why I haven't really watched a lot of American media. Like, I don't miss it. I don't watch American movies. I don't really watch, I just Watchmen was the first show I watched in a while. I don't watch a lot of American television. And you know what? I don't miss it. People probably think I'm being, I'm left out. I don't feel like that. I feel like American entertainment lost the plot. It's ways warmonger and propaganda. And there was a point, I wish I could find it for you to date, but there was a point in my life where I just realized that you can't fix this country. And that we're living amongst our enemies. We're living among people who really see themselves as our enemies. So, when I'm at work and I go and they got my food, and they say, go have a seat, and I go over to hang out in the break room, these motherfuckers literally will get up and walk out when I sit down. I'm okay with that. I come in, it's my second day, security officer, all he's supposed to do is just have a dog smell the back of the trailer. He walking around the truck. Go tell him I'm in the car, he walking out there by my cars and shit. I accept that. And when they were talking about petting the dog and everything, for some reason that came to my mind that they would do that. I don't know why. I accept that. I accept the white stereotypes they make. I accept all that. And I accept the fact that we're never going to be accepted by them. I'm working for Samaritan's Purse, which is run by people who are openly talking about civil war. And as a socialist, as a man of color, I'm almost embarrassed to say that. I mean, it's money. I got to do what I got to do. Things are slowing down. If I tell Miss Pat I don't want to work, I might work. I might have like 2 gigs next week, 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's not perfect. I'm not happy about that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Not a hard job. Not a hard job at all. Not at all. But I'm getting off. So I just feel like if these crackers want to do that, and they want to dig up history and dig up the past, you got a lot of black men out there that will be willing to make things right. If that's what you crackers want to do. If that's really what you white people want to do, is dig up past misdeeds that happened 100 years ago, 50 years ago, that harm black people, we can fucking do this. We can take it there. I don't give a damn about no fucking cracker ass cop in the 70s in Jersey. The cop probably the one I'm telling, he probably fucking deserved it. And more. The shit they were doing in Chicago, where they had the field telephone, where they were torturing black men and all that shit. A lot of those people never faced justice, man. That's what. I was listening. They had a guy talking to us, this African guy, and he had this beautiful, rousing testimony of, how God. He was a Rwandan refugee. This beautiful, rousing testimony that God gave him the strength to forgive the men that killed his family. And that's awesome. And he came back 20 years later, and the people that had done it, one of them was in prison and one of them had actually left the country. There's still justice. You realize that, right? He doesn't want to admit it, that is still justice. Leaving the country, going on the run, that dude's not going to be in Cabo somewhere, Cabo San Lucas. He's going to be running for a while. And he probably going to get caught eventually. He's going to be running until he gets tired. The guy that's in an African prison, I don't got to explain what that is to y'all. Wikipedia is your friend. You can look that up yourself. Leave that alone. Black people have never had justice. A lot of the white men that perpetuated violence. When you read history, what you realize is we never got justice for a lot of things that were done to us. And then they want to talk about welfare and food stamps, which is stuff white people can get. So that's just stuff. That's stuff white folks say to make themselves feel good. I watched the video. Get off subject for a second. This lady ran up on a black UPS driver, saying he need to show ID, putting her hands in his face and all this stuff. And she wouldn't stop. The white UPS driver told her she was wrong. And the dude was like, man, what are you what's going on? Why you doing? They know what they're doing. She knew what she was doing. They get off on that stuff, man. She got off on the fact that I can humiliate this man, even when he's working, even when he's striving. The opposite, I'm sorry. I just feel like we've never got justice. And things like that lady will continue happening until something happens. There needs to be something done to put fear in white people. That when you run up on our children, when you run up on our women out in the middle of nowhere in a park or something, you need to know something could happen to you. Notice all these videos, it's always white men running up on black women or running up on Hispanic women. They're in a park alone. They're like following her around the park, and it's getting. Notice all of the videos are like that. They're always, or if there's a white woman with a black man, they're in public. Like there's like a lot of people around. They don't do it. Yeah, like the one in South Park where the white woman walks up with two black women. She was drunk. Not that she was using it, but she was drunk. She may not have realized. Most of these white folks that are not drunk or nothing like that, they don't do that. Except the one in Florida, the boys that would get on the elevator, and that's because he had a gun. And I think the white woman in South Park had a gun too. She had a gun. They don't do that. They always go after women when they're by themselves, when they're alone, when they're no one there to protect them. It's really predator behavior. Like I said, we've never really had justice. We haven't. And, I listened to that guy. That's what I thought about, is the fact that these Africans really, we don't have anything in common. I hate to say it, we don't. I mean, you guys, white folk probably think we're the same. I don't think so. The Africans I've met, no, man. Not at all. Peace out.